The holidays are here, and why not stay warm with a nice, comfy Roblox SomeSteven Christmas sweater for your avatar? If you want to pick one up, you can do so with the link in the description below or in the pinned comment. And also don't forget to post a picture of your avatar wearing it, like these lovely people in the Discord server, also linked below. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Well, that was a few days ago now. And a lot of you might not even be American in the first place. But it was a good Thanksgiving all around if you are a Phantom Forces player like myself. Reason being that we got a huge update featuring 4 new guns, a few remodels, loads of weapon rebalances, some new game-changing attachments, and even a really cool new map. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the newest changes in Phantom Forces, and we're going to even take a sneak peek later in the video at a new upcoming weapon that may soon get released to the game. Though, without further ado, let's get into these huge updates. So the first thing we're going to go over is the new weapons. Like I said, we have 4 new ones, and they're all very unique compared to a lot of other weapons that we have in the game. We'll start with the fix. This is a sniper that is unlocked at rank 124, and it's basically we have BFG at home. It gives you this wonky damage graph, which allows for a one-tap torso out to any distance past 50 studs, always a one-shot headshot, though weirdly never one-tap limb, but I guess it's okay. It also has a 90 fire rate, which is ridiculous for a sniper, and a 10-round magazine, however, very low muzzle velocity at just 1050. There are some ammo types for this weapon though that change the entire way that the weapon works, and even a suppressor called the pork chop and the short chop. Yes, somehow those are both real things. It also gets a free scope called the EOTech Voodoo scope, and it is now basically on everything. It is genuinely my new favorite scope, and it will be on everything that I use. Funny side note about the pork chop in particular, if you equip it, your muzzle velocity goes down to barely over 700, so, you know, do with that what you will, I guess. Our second sniper that we get is the mini fix, and it's actually a carbine sniper, the only true sniper that we have in the carbine category, and it's unlocked at rank 175, so definitely up there in terms of unlock rank. But this weapon works a lot different to its larger variant. While it does also have a weird damage graph and never one-tap limb, the minifix starts getting one-tap torso at 50 studs, but it ends at about 97 studs. For some reason, it also can't one-tap head past 150 studs. However, what it may lack in general damage, it kind of makes up for in a lot of ways, from having a 5.56 conversion, basically making this thing into a glorified scout, a 90-round snail drum magazine thing. Yeah, this is You could get 89 kills in a row with this and still have more ammo before you have to reload. I don't know what to say about that. It also has 2 unique suppressors for it as well, the Trash Panda and the SD Barrel. It also gets the free Voodoo scope though, and did I mention that it has a 30-round magazine and 112 fire rate by default as a sniper? It's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy the fix more than I do the mini fix, but this is still a very fun weapon. Our third and albeit less interesting weapon here is going to be the MP9. Sadly, no, not that MP9. I wish. It is the MP9 that is basically just a Tech 9 with a grip. It also has very mid stats for an SMG. It's got a decent fire rate though of 1000. And one thing I really like about it is the low level unlock at just rank 29. It also has the option for a 72 round drum, and it makes for some pretty decent fun, I guess. Overall, it's just kind of another SMG. And it's sad that we didn't get the MP9 that I wanted, but I'll survive. Speaking of the Tech 9 though, the Tech 9 and the KG99 both got remodels, which are pretty decent. However, I doubt that this will make anybody use them any more than they already do, which is basically 0. Kind of sad. Tech 9 used to be super popular. Lastly, for the new weapons, we have the Thunder, probably the most interesting looking weapon that we have had in a while. Much like you'd imagine, the Thunder makes a big boom when you fire it, and that is kind of for a good reason, because it is the first and maybe the last 50 BMG pistol in Phantom Forces that we will ever get, though it is not the only 50 BMG secondary. I'm looking at you, Mr. SFG. The Thunder boasts a ton of damage, insane multipliers, great one-tap torso range, decent muzzle velocity at just under 2000, and yes, you can put the Voodoo scope on it, and the ballistics tracker. Sadly though, at a rank 190 unlock, it's going to be a little bit out of reach for a lot of people. It's fun though. If you find it in the shop for a discount, go for it. If you want more in-depth reviews on any of the new weapons though, I do have full-length videos on them that I'll link in the description below. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the new weapon selection. I think it's pretty neat, I guess. I like it. There's not much more I could say. All right, now it is time for the balance changes, and we have some pretty serious changes here. Starting with the AWM, we got new recoil for it. Yes! That you can't even see unless you hip fire or alt aim. Yay, I guess. It's got some other changes too, though, including a new damage profile. I actually don't remember what it was before, so that's neat. But we do have 1-tap limb out to 50 studs, 1-tap torso out to 100 studs, and 1-tap head all ranges. There are also some general buffs to the weapon with handling and muzzle velocity. However, a few nerfs, which to me aren't that huge of a deal, and will make, honestly, little difference otherwise to people who actually like these weapons. Its conversions also got some changes as well, but I'll put them up on screen. I guess, in general, the base weapon is super nice, and I'm probably not going to use the conversions, but if you're interested, these are the changes. The TRG also got new recoil. Yay! It also really changes nothing. However, this did get a new damage profile too, giving us 88 damage out to 80 studs, 1-tap torso out to 123 studs, and 1-tap head all ranges. This also basically has straight buffs, with really the only downside being 5 less rounds in reserve. And the conversions also got a ton of changes too, which mostly seem to be nerfs, surprisingly, other than the TRGS kit, now getting its close-up damage increased to 100, so that's neat. I feel like it was already a one-hit kill though for some reason, but I don't know. I never used this thing, so maybe I'm remembering wrong. The mosin is back to being epic though, with a normal damage graph and some very nice... No, it can't be. It can't 1-tap torso at all.
No!
Oh my god, dude, I'm gonna crash out over this. Like, actually, this is extremely frustrating. The muzzle velocity was also decreased, but if there's any upside to this, it is that the 8mm conversion had its damage buffed. But of course, its range performance was worsened, as was the torso multi. Man, they really do just want to see the mosin fall, huh? At least this conversion can 1-tap torso out to 85 studs, so that's neat, I guess. Weirdly, they tried to buff the 410 conversion for it too, like anyone's actually going to use it anyway, but sure, it's there if you want it. And I'd also like to add that they have a thing here saying that the sweet spot torso kill was too powerful. However, they literally have that on the minifix, so is that not too powerful? Anyways, the K14, man, a lot of snipers today. The K14 got altered recoil. Yo! Actually, quite a lot of buffs though, surprisingly, with faster handling and a large increase in RPM, but slightly less muzzle velocity and penetration. And the tiniest decrease in walk speed. Weird that they even bothered, but sure. Much like the other snipers though, the conversion for this also got some changes too. Seemingly general improvements to damage overall, but has less multipliers and has a lot less reserve ammo. The last change that we got isn't going to even be available for the average player, but the Keck 50 got added, and you may remember that name from a few April Fool's updates ago. It was a 50 BMG Tech 9. That was a ton of fun, and now it has an actual model and is a weapon for mods and devs to use, but at least we can use it in weapon labs at the very least. However, there is a change that they don't have public, but will be coming within potentially a couple of days, more likely probably a couple of weeks, but it's going to be a new gun in the form of the AK-19. Now, this is also currently only available in weapon labs, but is essentially what the AK-12 became. If you don't know, the current AK-12 that we have in Phantom Forces is actually not the Russian military weapon. It is the 2012-ish prototype version. And as sick as the new model looks, it is not the AK-12 the Russian military fields. That would be this right here. And oh my goodness, is it a pretty weapon. It'll have some of the best iron sights that we have had ever in the entire game. And it looks like it has some really nice up-close damage and some extremely low recoil. And considering the track record for Phantom Forces, I think the AK-19 will be unlocked at rank 119. I won't bother going over the stats all too much right now because of the fact that it could be entirely changed by the time it enters the test plays, though at that time I will make a full video on it, so get subscribed with notifications on so you definitely don't miss that video when it drops. The hype is real with this one. I can't forget though that we did get a new map as well. It's a nice little town and has a lot of fun cover and like open kind of feel to it. It's actually one of my favorite layouts of any map. I've always wanted a map that's just sort of open with like a little verticality with like some of the buildings, so it better stay in the game or I'm gonna sob like a big baby. Well, that is going to pretty much be the update for today. We basically got only snipers and sniper changes added. Regardless, what do you think of this update? Personally, I think there are some really nice overall changes in here. I love the new weapons we got. I think the new map is a ton of fun. And I've already been seeing so many people main the Fix and the MP9 of all things with a drum magazine. Let me know your thoughts on the update in the comment section below. Subscribe to keep up to date with all of the latest Phantom Forces updates and news. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can become a channel member like the lovely, amazing people up on screen right now. And of course, a huge shout out to the top tier channel members: Wookie, Jared Smith, Yee Gaming, Fruit Boy, Commander, Despawn Taco, Out, Solitude, Baka, Kitsune, King GS, Mr. Spooky, Taxman Trooper MLG, and Lazy Goth. You guys are incredible, and I can't thank you enough. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. Thanks for watching, dudes. Peace.